Dear students, I am Dr. Kartheeswari, Assistant Professor of CommerceCA SF, working under SFR College for Women, Sivagasi. In this video, we have to discuss about Henry Fayol 14 principles under Principles of Management subject. So, in this video, what we will learn to understand the basic concepts of management, to know the profile of Henry Fayol, and to learn about the 14 principles for successful management. So first, what do you mean by management? So the word split into manage, men and T. That is manage as well as men and tactfully. You have to manage all the employees in tactfully. That is called it as management. According to Mary Parker, management is the art of getting things done through with the people. Similarly, Kuhns also defined the management. Management is the art of getting things done through and with people in formally organized group. So each and every one said that management is the getting things done through with the people. So that in informally organized group is called as organizing. Okay. Then next we have to see about the definition of Henry Fayol. Management is the art of getting things done through with the people, to manage, to forecast, to plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate and control. That is forecast, plan, organize, command, coordinate, control. These are all the considered as functions of management. Why we have to frame this? So it's a goal achievement and effective utilization of resources. Management is necessary for achieving the goal and in order to utilize all the resources effectively. Next we have to discuss about the profile of Henry Fayol. So Henry Fayol is the father of modern management theory practices. He framed 14 principles. So he simply call it as DAD, C as you cross, that is division of work, then authority and responsibility, unity of command, designation, unity of direction, scale or chain, then empathy, esprit de corps, initiation, coordination, then order, stability of tenure, like that. So now next slide we have to discuss about each and every principle on one by one. So first, what do you mean by division of work? The whole work is divided into sub-works according to the ability and aptitude of each and every human being working under organization. Why we have to divide the work? Because a single person does not complete the entire work, so we have to divide the work. So what basis we have to divide the work means those who are qualified, that person is able to work the similar work. For example, accountant, you have to appoint accountant. Those who were studied the accounting practices, you have to appoint as an accountant. So that person is again doing the accounting practices, they become specialist on their job. So division of work, the main importance of division of work is specialization. The person is becoming under specialist on their area. And another one important is efficient utilization of resources. That is optimum utilization of resources. So for that purpose, we have to divide the work. So for the first principle is division of work. The second principle is authority. Authority is the right to give orders. The same term, that is responsibility. Responsibility is also one and the same, but it has some different from authority. Responsibility is the obligation to perform the job of and assigned the duty in time. So authority, the person is having the power to do the job, but responsibility, the person is not having any power, but the person is eligible to complete the work on a time. Accept responsibility for this work. Without corresponding responsibility, earn lead and base management. So without power we cannot run the management effectively. So authority moving downwards, responsibility moving upwards. Then next principle is discipline. So the discipline means obedience, that is all the rules and regulations framed by the top level management. Each and every employee should follow these rules. So that is the obedience, discipline. So discipline is required is not only in the part of workers but also in the part of management. Why discipline is to be maintained? It's a smooth running of business. So without smooth functioning, many of the conflicts are arises. So many differences of opinions are also there. So in order to avoid that conflicts, discipline is maintained in all the level of management and all the level of departments. So discipline is must in every department in management. The next rule is unity of command and unity of direction. So unity of command, subordinate should receive the rules and regulations, guidelines from only one boss only. That is, they have to obey only one boss command. They cannot follow the other boss command. But unity of direction, one head, one plan. That is, each and every one should work for achieving the long-term goal of an organization. So they cannot work after the other department head. Next is scalar chain. Scalar chain means the flow of work, hierarchical level. It is called a scalar chain. So supervisor, top level management, already we had discussed about the level of management, top level management, upper middle level management, middle level management and lower level management. So supervisor is coming under the top level management. They command all the subordinates working under their head. So chain of command as well as chain of communication. So each and every one should communicate accordingly through the proper channel. That is called it as formal communication or formal organization. So every organization should follow formal organization structure in order to avoid communication gap and complete the work within a stipulated period of time. Why scalar chain should be followed in every management? Who is our boss? Each and everyone should know who is our boss, who will guide you for completing the work. So each and everyone should know their boss, their head. So for that purpose, scalar chain is essential. But drawback is integrity and mutual understanding between all the persons are not arised. That is, some ego clashes are there among each and every departmental heads. Then misconflict or conflicts arises, miscommunications are there. So that's a drawback in scalar chain. That is, if any one person or chief head is absent on that day, work should be stopped on their place itself. So the communication is gap. So in order to avoid that, informal communication is also essential, but it is also applicable in scalar chain through in charge of appointing someone else for that position. So scalar chain is important for guiding the rules and regulations to their employees. The next principle is equity. All are treated as equal, no partial among all the employees. That is, no favoritism and partisan in their organization. No discrimination among the employees according to the age, according to the sex, according to the religion and the community, etc. All are treated as equal. Then only we have to create a good relationship among our employees. So it's very essential to each and every organization. So why equity is important? It maintains a healthy and industrial relationship for long run. In order to retain your employees is very essential. The next principle is esprit de corps. That is, union is strength. Union is strength. That is, you have to divide the work into so many departments. All the departmental heads are cooperated. Then only you have to achieve the long-term goal. So union is strength. So no ego or no peer group pressures among themselves. Then it's a teamwork, is a goal-oriented result. So why esprit de corps maintained mutual trust among the employees for your organization in order to take a quick decision making and finishing the work within a target period. So for that purpose, esprit de corps followed in your organization. The next principle is initiative. Initiative means to take effort or forward to come the work. For each and every person is having the forward looking in their mindset, then only they have to create their potential ability and career development in their career. So carry out their plans and ideas and new techniques for improvements and helpings in employees, and employees get satisfaction also. So why initiative is important? Freedom to think and execute, participative decision making is also essential. Maintain good industrial relations among themselves. Initiative means forward looking, okay, forward looking. That is, each and every one should have a decision about any order received from their top level peoples. So participation in decision making is very essential. Then only mutual relationship arises among all the employees of your organization. The next principle is centralization. So centralization as well as decentralization. So centralization is essential for some part of organization. So centralization is each and every employee should receive their orders from a single person itself. That is, each and every one should get their work or get the file in a single place itself. It is common to all. Each and every one should having the authority or power to share that resources. That is called centralization. That in centralization, a single person control all the persons, but restricted to something itself. But in decentralization, each and everyone should have resources. They can use their resources according to their freedom level. But in this difference between centralization and decentralization, in centralization, each and everyone should complete the work on a deputed time, and one man to communicate, or one person, that lead person, team leader should guide all the 4 persons in a centralization work. It's a teamwork. But in a decentralization, each and every one should do their work individually and complete their work and pass over to next person. Suppose a single person or a person A should not complete their work on a time, then it cannot be changed to second person. So second person is not starting the work on a particular time itself. So that person is also having a pressure on completing the work on time. So decentralization is not effective for quick decision making. Next principle is remuneration of employees. So remuneration of employees, each and every management should treat employee as a human being. So they can provide fair and valuable remuneration. It is very satisfied to both employees as well as employer also. So either you have to fix the salary according to the rate basis, that is hourly basis, how many hours they worked. So according to the hour, you have to provide wages, or you have to provide unit level basis, how many units they produced. So for example, 1 unit 100 rupees. So 10 units means 1000 as a salary. So either you have to provide a salary either in time or in a output basis. So it is why we have to maintain remuneration among employees in a good manner in order to maintain a good relationship among workers and top level management. So for that purpose, remuneration of employees should be essential in your management. The next principle is order. So order means systematic rules and regulations followed by every functions or every actions in all the departments. So the principle of right place, for example, you have to select the correct person on a correct time, then only you have to take the decision on a correct time. So the principle of order is right place for right everything and every man. That is, you have to complete the work on a correct time and correct place itself. So it is very essential in management. The next principle is stability of tenure. Stability of tenure is also called it as employee turnover ratio. Each and every organization should have low employee turnover ratio. That is, you have to retain your employees is your prior goal, because employee should move from your organization to another organization, then a person is not having good reputation among your organization. So a person, you give training to the newest one, so the training period and training cost is also high. So in order to avoid that, you have to maintain good relations among your employees. So then only they have to retain their work in your organization. So employee retention is very important for every organization. So you have to retain your employees according to their welfare of your employees. The next one is subordination of individual interest to general interest. Individual interest means high earnings and earn more remuneration is a individual interest of each and every employee working under organization. But general interest is earn more profit and increase sales as well as to earn goodwill is a common goal of an organization. But individual interest means career development, the employees career development is an individual interest, so it supports to the general interest. So each and every employee should convert their individual interest to general interest, that is, they have to work for achieving the goal of an organization, not for their individual interest. So before going to say the thank you, so first we have to discuss about what are all the rules or what are the principles followed in an Henry Fayol prescribed in the management. Okay, so each and every organization should follow that 14 principles, then only they have to function the management is an effective manner. So in order to manage an effective management as an effective, they have to follow the Henry Fayol 14 principles, that is division of work, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interest to general interest, remuneration of personnel, the degree of centralization, scalar chain, order, equity, stability of tenure of personnel, initiative and esprit de corps. So all the 14 principles are essential for organization. Thank you.